Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm at Lipink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that. Yesterday Elon Musk announced that Tesla sold 75% of its Bitcoin. But what's the reason behind it? Let's talk about it. Then we have the European Central Bank, which surprises the market with larger than expected rate hike, and also news that hardware wallet industry, it looks like it's going to outstrip crypto exchanges in the future. So guys, all this in today's video. And don't forget, if you would like to keep yourself up to date in crypto and blockchain, simply subscribe to this YouTube channel Blockchain Bloom, because I'm bringing you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. Also, check out the links under this video, and if you think this is important, then hit the like button. That's highly appreciated. Right, and now let's have a quick look in the market, where we can see that Bitcoin is actually up 1% in the last 24 hours, 23,178 at the moment. Then Ethereum up almost 7%, makes it 1,592 US dollar. And then we're looking at top gainers. We have Bitcoin Gold going up 25%, Curve Dow 23, ApeCoin 17, Synthetics, and so on and so forth. So today we're having a pretty good day. Therefore, when we're looking at the losers, we see XDC Network, the only one which is going down just a little bit, 1.4%, but basically nothing else in the top 100. So today the day is looking pretty good. When we're looking at this Bitcoin candlestick chart, then we see this yellowy line, which was definitely a trend line, and it worked as a resistance since March. But this one was broken here the first time on a couple of days ago, around the 18th of July. And as I said, if this one going to break, then prices can go even higher. Then we had this, also this trend line, this kind of channel, which was also there was a breakout here, so it went even further up. And this 23,000 something, 24,000 something in that area, there was a resistance, and actually it did work this time. So we came back near, and we use this trend line, the blue one here, what you can see, as a support so far. So look at this. Now you can see Bitcoin is here. Are we going further down or using this for support? This is here a good question. Definitely one thing, the news which shook a little bit the market, was Tesla's announcement yesterday, and I think it's definitely worth to talk about it. So let's get into it. So yes, Elon Musk announced that Tesla in the second quarter sold 75% of its Bitcoin. And it was interesting because before Elon said, Tesla is not selling Bitcoin, but as I talked about it, more than what was it, like more than a year ago, 1.5 years ago or something, when Tesla started to buy Bitcoin and bought 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, that we should keep in mind that for Elon Musk, Tesla and the companies are number one. So whenever it's necessary to save the company, they going to sell Bitcoin. And this is what basically happened. Look, Elon Musk's explanation is to why they sold Bitcoin. It was because of the COVID lockdowns in China. During the latest earnings call, Musk said the move was to maximize Tesla's cash position. So, therefore they sold the 75% of Bitcoin, which is, 936 million worth of US dollar. And again, here the reason we sold a bunch of our Bitcoin holdings was where the uncertainty when COVID lockdowns in China would elevate, Musk said on the call. So it was important for us to maximize our cash position given the uncertainty of COVID lockdowns in China. So basically Tesla needed more cash, and that was the main reason for this huge Bitcoin selling. And this is very important because Elon Musk haven't said anything negative about Bitcoin. It's not saying that it's any bad thing, or what he said like a bit more than a year ago, that now you cannot pay anymore for Tesla cars with your Bitcoin. That's what he said, like back in spring in 2021, because of the high usage of electricity and the carbon footprint of Bitcoin. So that was a step back. Now this time, nothing like this. Simply they needed more cash, and this is a kind of obvious reaction. On the other hand, probably when things are stabilizing and he can get back on track on actually a lower price, he might buy some more Bitcoin. You don't know. It's nothing. It said nothing bad about it. Okay, but it's definitely pushed down a little bit the market. It cooled it down a little bit, but not major downturn, because we have to understand that Bitcoin is here and will be here with or without Tesla. It's very good and it's very important when there are big companies they support Bitcoin. It definitely helps to grow Bitcoin, but in long term, this is not that important. Now, yes, it makes the market move up and move down, but the fundamentals of Bitcoin are the most important ones. And there we have other companies. They still use Bitcoin, and more companies would like to get on board. Now, this was just a situation they have to solve. By the way, talking about companies, large institutions sold also 5.5 billion Bitcoin since May. One of them is definitely now Tesla, but we shouldn't forget about Luna Foundation, Guard. Because of this terror situation that was that we talked about, more than 80,000 Bitcoin. Because of the terror collapse, we had miners they face a sell pressure. And that was about 19,000 Bitcoin involved. Then we have here TREZOR Capital with 22,000 Bitcoin. So yes, about $5.5 billion worth of Bitcoin was sold by institutions since May. But yeah, okay, I think it is nothing surprising. Definitely that part is surprising, that Terra and these kind of things happened. Nobody expected that to happen. However, sooner or later, now we have basically the retail investors. They broke, and they having now the majority of them a really bad time, and they were shaken out, and maybe they still will sell Bitcoin when Bitcoin goes further down. But many indicators show that we are around the bottom, not exactly the bottom, and now we can go here because of the bad economic situation sideways for many months easily. Okay, so that can happen, but it's not saying that we can down much more down. We definitely closer to the bottom than closer to the top, put it this way. Okay. Okay, next topic, and the next topic is about the European Central Bank, which announced its interest rate hike, and it actually a little bit surprised the market. So definitely not in just in the US, everywhere in the world, central banks fighting against inflation, but obviously not just them. But now we have the European Central Bank surprising a little bit the market, because they increased their rate hike first time in 11 years with 50 basis points, but by basically the traders had expected a bit smaller one, like 25 basis points. At least that was in the news. And yes, so, and this actually brings its deposit rate to zero. So it's no negative interest anymore with this. And yes, so basically what they have to do, they have to fight against inflation. They don't believe that there's going to be a recession. On the other hand, in the US we see a totally different strategy, because we can see that they bring up interest rates much faster and with bigger numbers, as you could see even the last time. So anyway, but the European Central Bank made their first move after 11 years, bringing up interest rates. So this is also, I think, very important. And right, the third topic I brought is all about hardware wallet industry is about to outstrip crypto exchanges. So especially now in the bear market, where we see all these centralized platforms collapse, bankrupt, and so on and so forth, the safest way to store your cryptocurrency is offline and in your hardware wallet when you are basically your own bank. And many people know this. Therefore, it looks like that the hardware wallet industry is about to outstrip crypto exchanges. So, crypto hardware wallet industry could be growing at a faster pace than cryptocurrency exchanges. And this is what the report shows. According to the report by business intelligence firm Vantage Market Research, the revenue of global crypto trading platforms amounted to $330 million in 2021. Released on July 21, the report suggested that the global crypto exchange market revenue would reach a value about $675 million by the year 2028, with a compound annual growth rate of 12.7%. The global hardware market, on the other hand, reportedly reached a value of $252 million in 2021, so basically a lower number, and expected to reach the value of $1.1 billion by the year 2027, which makes this compound annual growth rate 27.2%. So this is actually very interesting, that how the future will look like, where are the people going to store crypto, because back in the old days it was definitely, crypto exchanges and keep it online. People haven't thought about security that much. Then we had the Mt. Gox problem that made people think a little bit, and so on and so forth. But nowadays, definitely it's everywhere. Then the safest way to store your crypto is offline and hardware wallets. And therefore, this industry is growing very, very fast. And as you can see, maybe the future will be that. And the other thing is that you can swap directly from your hardware wallet, in many cases cryptocurrency. Then you have even Ledger now. You can connect it to the FTX cryptocurrency exchange and do it directly. So we'll see what the future will bring, but we can see that the hardware wallet industry is definitely growing. Okay guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, hit the like button if you like this kind of content. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you would like to stay up to date in crypto and blockchain. And I bring you the freshest cryptocurrency and blockchain news. The next time is going to be Monday, because as I believe today is Friday. Okay, have a good one. See you next time.